So it looks like we are bouncing off of the bottom. Lowest rates for 5-year fixed rate mortgages climb for the first time since pandemic hit. So I mean, if you missed out on that 0.99 special that was running from HSBC, maybe we don't see that again. Maybe ever in the rest of, for the rest of your life. Maybe that was the only time we're ever going to see rates that low. That's probably as close to free money as we're ever going to see. Right. So the lowest rates for 5-year fixed rate mortgage products in Canada have increased for the first time since January of last year, according to RateHub.ca. Earlier this week, Royal Bank of Canada moved its discounted 5-year fixed rate from 2.04 to 2.24% using RateHub's.ca's mortgage payment calculator. An owner who paid 10% on a $500,000 home with a 5-year fixed rate mortgage from RBC on a 25-year term has seen their monthly mortgage payment go up from, I mean, you know, what's that, 30, was that $45 a month? That's which is, that's groceries, right? So Bank of Montreal also increased the rate of its similar offering from 1.93% to 2.09%. It is a fairly large hike. Most of the largest banks having hiked their 5-year fixed rates. This leaves only a handful of lenders who have yet to move rates, primarily credit unions, which tend to react slower to rate changes, says James Laird, co-founder of RateHub.ca. And I think the moves have triggered by higher than expected inflation in the fourth quarter, reaching 9.6%. This was double. This is depressing. This was double the Bank of Canada's forecast. I mean, I don't even know why we do forecasts anymore. They're never correct. They're just so wildly off. Anyways, if inflation continues to rise as optimism builds around the vaccine rollout, Canadians should expect fixed rates to continue on their upward trend, Lurtz added. Benjamin Tal, Deputy Chief Economist at the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, CIBC, said that borrowers might get blindsided by these upward pressures. It's all about the speed at which rates are rising, Tal told Bloomberg. And if we see another 30, 40, 50 basis point increases in rates, that will be translated directly into mortgage rates in Canada. I would be very concerned because this market is not ready for a brief 100 basis point increase in mortgage rates by any stretch of the imagination. Well, that is interesting. I mean, what would happen? What would happen? 100 basis point increase. I think most people would be safe, and that's one of the reasons we use the qualifying rate, because we want to make sure that if rates were to actually rise, and with rates being so low for as long as they have been, the expectation has been for them to eventually start to rise. And with rates being as low as they have been, I repeat myself, the expectation is, we need to prepare people for an increase in the cost of their borrowing. And I think that's been sufficient. I don't think we're going to necessarily see any impact in what people can qualify for, because the qualifying rate is still going to remain around the same. I mean, it's at 4.79 right now. Maybe they increase it again. Maybe they'll continue to increase it. But I mean, not too long ago, it was at 5.34%. So a lot of these people that purchased, not in the last year, but prior to that, they should be fine. I mean, and outside of that, a lot of these folks they got their rates at maybe if they qualified at a 4.79. I don't think they're really going to be in trouble with increasing rates if they start to quote unquote normalize. I think we're going to be fine. I think in terms of slowing down future purchasing, that might happen a little bit, like taking a little bit of gas out of the market. It's just absolutely beyond beyond expectation in terms of what's happening with the real estate market. These getting multiple offers on housing out in London. And yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I saw a story. I don't know how true it is, but there was this um, there was an offer. Apparently, it was a real offer of it was $500,000 over the value of the home when it was appraised. It was $500,000 over, and the offer was. And yeah, I mean that's the kind of market that we're dealing with currently. So that's not necessarily great for anybody except for those that are selling their properties, right? So and the idea is for people to afford home housing so they can get the security that comes along with owning your own home. Anyways, that's that, and let me know what you think. I don't want to keep droning on about it, but let me know what you think. Comments are always welcome, and you have yourself a wonderful day.